Okay, we're going to move across to Prime Video next for a new wildlife series that arrived on Thursday, the 8th of May. It's called Octopus! And here's a clip.
This is a story about getting murdered by your lover, about getting lost in Mexico, a competitive quilter, Tracy Morgan, and trying to find a connection with a possible alien.
He's seeing the blades of grass, and he's turning himself into blades of grass.
This is a story about the octopus.
Yes, so this is a nature documentary with a difference, and the clue is in the title. It is all about octopuses, but this is narrated by and executively produced, I might add, by Phoebe Waller-Bridge. So there's funny bones that have got their hands on this, and it really is a documentary with a difference, in my opinion. So I've watched the first episode. There are two, and she does reference in the first one certain things to watch out for in the second one, and I will be watching the second one because it's just so different. I think we're so used to seeing these usual kind of wildlife documentaries, very, very serious. We see a certain format, and this kind of breaks all of that, really. And in fact, when you first start watching, you think, am I watching what I thought I was watching? It starts, and I think it's a football stadium or something just completely random, and it's just it sort of continues like that, and it's almost it sort of takes the mickey whilst also educating you at the same time. So there are interviews with enthusiasts, there are interviews with experts, and people, in fact, who even keep octopuses. And they interview Emmy winner Tracy Morgan, who had a £90 octopus in his house. I mean, he's an enthusiast. He always wanting to learn about sea life as a general, but absolutely loved octopuses. It got to £90. It was called Zoe, and they lived for quite a short period of time, between 1 and 5 years. And he said, I just couldn't keep replacing them because it's just too sad. Just too sad. Don't worry, he now has a tank full of creatures that could kill him, but that's an entirely other story. But it also goes back to the history of the octopus, and I don't know that I ever really thought about the octopus particularly, or the meaning of the octopus, or what the octopus means to so many people, because people have real love affairs with them. They absolutely adore them. Back many moons ago, a Greek philosopher called them stupid, before they became very much loved and were actually told that they were highly intelligent later on. I have to say it was very engaging and very, very different. I don't think I've seen anything like this before. As I say, it comes from every angle, almost taking the mickey to a degree, but at the same time you're learning so much. I mean, I didn't know that we've studied less than 5% of the ocean floor. We know so little about what lies in the ocean, really. And have you heard of tentacle erotica? I'm just going to leave that one there. Picasso got involved, but I'm going to leave that hanging. You can look into that yourself. All right? What did you think, Ian?
Leave your tentacle hanging. Yeah, I enjoyed it. So yeah, the football stadium stuff, of course, that's about the octopus, which is great tabloid fodder because it was supposedly correctly predicting the outcome of World Cup matches. It is a good two-parter, I think. I mean, for me, elements of it had too much of the dreaded Q word, quirky. And I suspect that is coming from Waller-Bridge's involvement. But it's got some nice animation. It's got some interesting interviews. I mean, Tracy Morgan, who I think is from Saturday Night Live, he comes across as very odd. I mean, he's a massive octopus enthusiast, but I'm not a huge fan of keeping things in tanks or cages. But anyway, he makes a good interviewee. Is it octopuses or octopi? Every time someone said octopuses, it somehow grated with me because of my Latin O level. And I learned a lot. I mean, I think there's another film about a diver who formed a very kind of close bond with an octopus, because they're very curious creatures, aren't they? And they're fascinating biologically, and they have amazing abilities such as camouflage and, of course, shooting ink to evade predators, all sorts of things. So yeah, I learned a lot, and I did enjoy it. And it's only 2 parts, so you can whiz through it, and it'll keep you entertained and informed.